Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at the second of 4 sets in the newest LEGO Ninjago line, the Island. This is set number 71746, the Jungle Dragon, with 506 pieces, 4 minifigures, retailing for $39.99 USD or $40. This set is amazing. I'm pretty sure it's my favorite of the new line just because of that dragon alone. It is a beautiful build cast in teal and gold, two rather rare colors that combined here make an amazing design that really pops, and the color contrast is just amazing. I think this is my favorite Ninjago Dragon in a very long time. Certainly one of the best I've taken a look at in recent history on this channel. The minifigures here are also amazing. I love the Islanders, and the ninjas are really great as well. Love those designs there. And of course, Zane's side build is kind of cool, but not really the main focus of the set. We're going to take a look at those characters first and move on to the build of that dragon, which just really steals the show here. And here's our first minifigure, Lloyd Garmadon. He's got 3 different accessories, a bone to kind of tame the dragon, a golden machete with one of these tassel pieces attached at the end, and a very nice scabbard, the traditional style we've been seeing for a long time now, with a pearl silver katana attached in the back there. And that all these do kind of cover up all his printing, so let's get rid of them real quick and take a look at what he looks like underneath. There we go. That gives us an unobstructed view of his really nice torso print. It's an identical minifigure to what appeared in the last set we took a look at, but I love those palm frauds, the little belt there. He definitely looks like he went much more native than everyone else. I love his hairpiece, like I said in the last video. The blonde hair kind of going over and under the bandana there. A really impressive feat of dual molding. It just looks so cool. And it does actually, taking that off, reveals a brand new face print. What? Brand new one. Finally! It's not great. He's still got the weird green eyes, but he's got some very nice slashes under there, some nice makeup, and a very nice angry face in the back. And you can see the jungle vine sash goes across, covering up that little ninja symbol, and along with the vine belt as well. A really great minifigure. Everything here comes together to form a fantastic character. Very excited to have this character in my collection. Hopefully all the other ninja get some revamped face prints too, and hopefully Lloyd gets a better one as well. I think it's high time we moved on from these terrible 2017 ones. Zane is next, and one of his accessories is this really cool dragon lightning symbol right here. This appears in all 4 sets of this wave, and it's got a very nice golden dragon with a ring with 3 little pole connections that minifigures can hold, along with a translucent purple kind of explosion happening. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Hopefully we'll find out in the actual TV show, but it does appear with Zane for this set. The Zane minifigure has some really great printing. His accessories remain unchanged from the LEGO Ninjago movie, the black bow and arrow, but let's clear those out of the way so we get a better look at that minifigure. The teal belt doesn't really match. It's kind of weird. It's a weird contrast. I wish they gave him a silver one or a black one or something that would have meshed with his character a bit better. He has a robotic silver arm right there, some very nice belt printing, some knee pads, and some just cool little robotic parts. I do like the new hairpiece. It's not the worst. I just wish it was able to incorporate the sash that all the other ninja do share. The back printing is great. There's no back of the head printing because that would be exposed. So we just have some weird robotic stuff going on. I wish he had an alternate face and they kind of extended the hair again, but it is what it is. It's a really great minifigure. Definitely not one I'm too upset about. I love all the new printing, keeping it fresh with Zane here. I'm just a bit, I don't know, I wish they gave him a not angry expression as well. I think it's tiring to get the same one with no variation at all for Zane for all these years, but it's still a really great minifigure. Love that printing. The next character is going to be the Thunder Keeper. His accessory right here is a very nice bone spear, and this character is amazing. I love that mask. That looks so cool. It goes over to the head. It's a little hat right there. Looks so cool. Definitely one of my favorite parts of this minifigure. And pulling that aside, we have a very interesting character. So here's the minifigure from the last set we took a look at. The exact same torso print and leg print. Nothing changed. And that's really disappointing in my opinion. I wish there was more variation amongst these characters. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter because with the masks, with the helmets, with the everything, they look different enough, but it's still disappointing that there's no variation. I do love the purple coloring. Looks really great in my opinion. Definitely a good choice. Kind of sets these characters apart from other Ninjago villains. That face print is kind of wicked too. On the back, we just got some white streaks as well. And then the back of the barrel print and everything. It's a really great looking minifigure. Just kind of disappointed that there is no variation for the prints. And you'll see what I mean with the next character. All right, this 2-headed character's name is Polarak. Not sure how to pronounce it. And he looks really cool. His accessories are 2 of these knives, which look really great. And we can pull those away to get a better look at his very familiar prints. Where have I seen? Okay, so the torso and the legs are exactly the same as previous characters. Let's pull this guy's hat off. hang on, that facial print is the exact same. It's kind of weird. Let's take a look at this character real quick. Huh, that facial print is the same too. That's kind of weird. It's almost as if when you get multiple sets, you can duplicate this exclusive character. There's a second one. So we got 2 of this Polarak character. And what happens if from the extra pieces of this set, and whoa, would you look at that, a third one. So that's my biggest problem with this line. This exclusive character is not exclusive. None of the Islanders are exclusive. You can make so many different copies of this character just because all of the prints amongst all of the different Islander people are exactly the same. I think that's a huge flaw. I think they should have given different facial prints, different torso prints, or something to set them apart, because being able to make 3 identical characters like this, no bueno at all. It's pretty much all I got to say for this character, though. He is pretty neat, but let's move on to the build of the set. And here's Zane's boat. It's a very simple and small build. There are 2 studs right here where Zane can stand. He can sit on any way you really please. You can also kind of spread his legs and have him running, whichever you prefer. There is a small sail here, and it's attached using a pole connection right there. And this is a very nice looking boat flag design. I do like the blue colors, and the dragon at the top is a very nice touch as well. This print is really cool too. I like the ninja star aspect of it. Reminds me of his shurikens of ice. Very similar to the sails we see on Kai's boat and Lloyd's boat. I say boat, motorcycle, but of course this is not cloth, this is hard plastic. There are 2 stud shooters on either side of the build. You can launch those pretty simply and those studs will never appear again. There are 2 gold katanas at the bottom right there. I guess you can take them off and use them as weapons if you want. The boat is really very simple, just kind of skims along the ocean. It doesn't have too much of a function really. It's mostly just a side build because they can't do just a really nice cool dragon. They have to add something else. I mean, it's very passable. It's definitely not a draw to the set in any way, but it's a very solid design. Definitely improves the set, but it has no real function. And now it's finally time to take a look at this dragon. Now, the dragon reminds me a lot of a dog, simply because Lloyd does have that bone to kind of tempt and tame him with, and also kind of like the eyes, the way the tongue is kind of hanging out. I can totally see him like bouncing up and down, running around, acting like a dog. Neat feature of this dragon, there is a chain here, and it feels like these are like shackles locked around his front and hind legs. So maybe this dragon is like chained up by the Islanders, and Lloyd sets him free, cuts off this chain. So I'm interested to see what role this dragon does end up playing in the show. There are a sizable number of stickers here. There's one at the head of the dragon right there. However, the actual head of the dragon is a print, and that is beautiful. I love the eyes, and the underside of the jaw is actually the Overlord's dragon piece. So it's nice to see that again here, and it works reasonably well. I'm not a huge fan of the connection joint, as it does kind of loosen up and lead to some very strange underbites. But when positioned correctly, that looks great. And the tongue is just one of these pieces clipped on as well. Works quite well, and I really like the look of the dragon when his mouth is closed up like that, with the tongue hanging out. 2 white horns at the top as well. Really cool. On the neck, we have 2 stickers, 1 on each side. It's the exact same one, just reflected. Then we have 3 more stickers, 1, 2, and 3. And of course, that is copied on the other side of the dragon as well. There's a simple seat up here, and you can fit a ninja in, although you have to take their sword out. And Lloyd just kind of slots into place right there. And that little basket can be removed very easily. There's a closer look at how that works. It's a very nice design, but I kind of prefer taking it off and just leaving the dragon free. There are 2 wings included here. They bend in some very interesting ways. You can't quite, I don't think they're meant for flight. They're more kind of like folded against the body, but they use these very nice gold knife pieces. There's 3 of them on each wing. They work quite well, although that's kind of how they get positioned. It's a little awkward for the positioning, but it still works reasonably well. The tail design here is actually my favorite part. I'm going to pull it apart real quick for you so you can see how it works. So there are these 2x2 pieces with the dome part and the Technic pin hole, and so it just kind of slots into place over that, and then you put a Technic pin through and hook it into place. So it's a very loose connection, so it can wiggle back and forth with ease, and it's not something I've seen before. And on the top, we have a gold 2x2 with a single stud with one of these teal pizza pieces in the center, and that makes a very nice design. Really appreciate that. And of course, in the back, we have the return of this hard plastic / rubber piece, and I like the dual molding there. It's a very nice touch for the dragon. Overall, this is an amazing build. I'm in love with the design here. Just the colors are so good. The legs have great posability too. You can stand this guy up if you want, because they are on the very, very secure joints. So you can move the legs forward, backward, all around, and you can stand him up. And while he won't necessarily stay as well as you'd hope, you can still get some very cool positions out of that. Although, of course, his head gets cut off in the frame. The bend in the center originally was kind of concerning to me. It was a weird dip, but I think it works very well for this dragon. It definitely gives him some more personality, and it's not like the traditional body, legs, wings, head, tail. It's a much different looking dragon just because they tried something new, and I think it worked very well. I love the designs of the legs. The claws in the front are great. Honestly, I have no complaints here. This is a perfect dragon, a perfect set. I'd love to hear your thoughts for a name for this guy in the comments down below. From what I can tell, there is not one yet. So I'll pin whichever comment has the best name, but give it your best shot. And this dragon is definitely beyond cool. I just can't gush enough about how much I love this set. All right, and here's the box, and this looks really cool. I love the lightning arcing in the background there. The sand, the beach looks great, and it's a very dynamic pose for this dragon. I love how he's like chasing this islander, other islanders trying to get him. It's a very nice and dynamic box. I also love this side art right here. I think it's a very nice design, some kind of ancient art or whatnot. I think that's a really cool aspect that all these boxes do share. And that design is replicated on the back as well with some really nice swirls and everything. The plants coming around look great too. Advertises all the play features, then shows the set in some more dynamic poses, getting all the islanders. Looks great. I really love the way this came together. A really great looking box for a great looking set. And here's the instruction manual. It's got the same pictures of the front of the box. We have the Win Lloyd on the back right here. And then we're going to have on the inside the parts list, then an advertisement for the other sets. Pretty much all I got to say for the instruction manual, though. It's a very strange large size. It's actually larger than the more expensive set, the Catamaran Sea Battle. So that's kind of weird, but it's still a pretty interesting manual. All right, and now that we've taken a look at all of the parts of the set, it's time for the final verdict, and to none of your surprise, I bet, 10 out of 10. This is an amazing set. For $40, I think it's fair. You get 4 great characters, one of whom is technically exclusive. I'm talking about this double-headed guy right there. The dragon is amazing. The side build is great. Everything about this set is perfect. $40 is a really fair price, and it's one of the best Ninjago sets I've seen in a long time because there is not a single aspect of this set that I dislike. I think it comes together to form a perfect play set, a perfect display set, and something that other themes need to learn from, because this is just truly a masterpiece. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, though. Make sure to tell me what you think of this set. You should see a review of the Catamaran Sea Battle up very soon, and then when I get the final set, I'll do an overview of all 4 sets and kind of talk about my thoughts of the wave overall, and trust me, they are very positive because I'm a huge fan of all of these sets. That's pretty much all I got to say for this video, though, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to leave your thoughts about this set in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you, and tell me what name you think would be best suited for that dragon. I'll see you all in the very next video, though, and I want y'all to have a fantastic and safe rest of your day.